On the surface, the Eden family seems like your typical loving, outgoing family. However, their real story is not so typical. Their 6-year-old son, Will, has Asperger's, an autism spectrum disorder. Research shows that around 1 in 110 children have an autism spectrum disorder, and it's 4 times more common in boys than in girls.
Everyone knows someone who's a bit quirky, a bit off-centre, who is probably somewhere on the spectrum. And then they start asking questions. Then the light bulb goes off in their head and they think, okay, this is a great cause, we should follow it and spend some money on it.
Will's parents were always aware of his obsessive behaviour and withdrawn nature. He was socially isolated and his tantrums were extreme, even for a toddler. Will was diagnosed at the age of 3.5, and as he got older, the situations became more difficult, particularly in public. For Mike and Karina, having an answer to the challenges Will faces in trying to make sense of his world posed even bigger questions, like what does this mean for Will? How can we help him? And where do we go for support?
We've learnt a lot about the isolation that they have and the world that they live in. There is no empathy, sympathy, no grief. They don't think of anything except their world and what they're thinking about. So if you take them out of their environment, take them shopping, take them to the pictures, and something upsets them or puts them out of their routine, they could have a meltdown and you don't know why.
Mike, Karina and Will relocated from their Queensland home to Albury in New South Wales when they discovered the Aspect Riverina School, one of the many specialist education programs for children like Will, run by not-for-profit Autism Spectrum Australia. The new school offers Will a brighter future and provides support for the Eden family as they move forward.
Since we've been here at Aspect, 18 months now, we haven't had a phone call to come pick him up. The teachers there just know what they're doing, know how to handle when he has a problem, when he has a meltdown, when he becomes inconsolable, when he's in his own world, they can handle it, and it's just changed our lives.
I think socially get along with other kids as well, because he used to be so scared of other kids. Even if they bumped him, he would just cringe and have a meltdown. But now Aspects actually taught him how to deal with other kids. They taught him to, when he was bumped, that that's okay and that's a way to play.
Mike and his family are great ambassadors in the effort to garner community awareness and organise fundraisers to ensure these important programs continue to offer education and support.
The more money you spend on these kids now, the less money we'll spend in the future. We couldn't hold a job, we couldn't be at work without Aspect, and in the future we're seeing ourselves as having to build a granny flat down the back of the house because he will never be independent if he was in mainstream. If he becomes independent, he can get a job, he can socially adapt to certain situations. We won't have to go on the dole to look after him, and the government won't have to spend money. So these type of programs, the Aspect programs, teaching them how to socially adapt and get jobs is going to save enormous amounts for the community as a whole, and we get the awareness out there.
You can make it possible for other families like Will's to have a brighter future by donating online at autismspectrum.org.au.